is going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the fish room today. So today we're going to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on in the fish room. There's some major changes going on with the website. I'm going to discuss all that in the live stream on Wednesday. So you guys, I think I'm going to release this tonight, so that would actually be tomorrow. I'm going to try to release this tonight. So if you guys are interested in all of that, I'm changing a lot of things. A lot of things are changing, doing a lot of things differently. And because of that, it's now not only freed up my time, but freed up my emotions to be back in the fish room and doing some of the things that I love in here, which is really exciting because it's really kind of building that passion and stuff back again. You guys know I haven't put out a lot of videos lately, and a lot of it has so much to do with the fact that I'm chained to the fish store up at work. It's so hard for me to do anything but that. I haven't been able to go out and film fish rooms, fish stores. I don't have time. I can't leave because of that, but all that's changing. And no, I'm not closing it all down, just changing a lot of different things. All right, so let's kind of go around so I can kind of show you guys some of the things that I'm doing, some of the things that I'm working on, and you can see and hear and feel the excitement at Jadren Aquatics. Let's go. All right, so one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is tank maintenance. I have absolutely not had time to do tank maintenance in a while. So I had algae buildup on all my glass. I had filth at the bottom of tanks. And so I've spent the time, I haven't done all of them, but I've done a bunch of them now, where I've gone through and I've gotten all the, all that algae that's growing on all the glass. I've started scraping all that off, trying to get as much duckweed as I can off, and then cleaning the glass. And so it makes it a whole lot easier to film. You can see the fish better, because when there's algae on the glass, the camera wants to focus on that and focus on nothing else. So spent a bunch of time going through that and getting those tanks cleaned up. One of the other things that I've started working on that I think I'm actually going to do probably a video on is this black stuff right here. You guys may have remembered that I've had this stuff before to block out the light. Like, this is the old kind that I used to use. You can see how the light comes through. One of my subscribers was telling me about some stuff that he bought. It's a little bit more expensive. That's what this stuff is, but it super blocks out the light. So I bought that stuff, getting that stuff cut down, and getting it up there. The main reason I like that stuff is for to cut down on the glare whenever you're filming. This makes it so much easier where you don't get as bad of the glare spots like you normally do, because it's picking up all that light. All right, let's move on to some of the next stuff. All right, so you can see in a lot of the tanks, you're starting to see mops back in them again, as we are really beginning to work on breeding again. Also, you guys will see in here, I haven't posted them yet, but I got a bunch of Starlight Plecos from a friend that breeds them. These things do not like to be out in the daylight. You can see some down there, but these things are spectacularly beautiful. They've got that white seam on their back fin and on their top fin, and then they've got the white dots all on them that kind of like almost glow at night. I'll actually have those up for sale. He's bred quite a few of those things. I've got those in those tanks. So again, you see the spawning mops that I've got in these tanks. So we're starting to work on breeding again, and by doing that, I've actually kind of finally rewarded myself with getting some new fish that are fish to actually breed with. Now, all the fish that I've been buying for the past 6 months have all been fish I buy to sell and buy to sell. So I really haven't been able to do the enjoyment that I want of being able to buy fish to actually breed. And I've been watching for a while Dan's Fish. If you guys don't know Dan's Fish, you need to check out his site. He sells some spectacular looking fish. He's got a bunch of rainbows that pretty much nobody else has. So I decided to get on there and order quite a few different species of rainbows that he had, so I can get some more rainbow fish in here and get those guys to breeding also. So I'm really, really excited about that. Those come in UPS next day air tomorrow. Yeah, of course, this is not one of the tanks that I've cleaned, but I'm starting to work on breeding of some Apistogramas. These are some McMasteri that I'm working on right here. Just a gorgeous looking male right there. Down here we have got some steel blues. You see the female right there and the male back in the back. So working on trying to get those guys going. I need to get the pH dropped in these things, so what I'm probably going to do is throw a bunch of oak leaves in here. That's where I've had the best luck breeding Apistogramas before. In fact, those last McMasteri that I showed you, those are ones that I actually bred and raised up. Up here, these are the Odessa barbs that I bred a few months back, growing those guys out. In this tank, we've got some clown Killies that are breeding. Papa Shrimp is having a lot of luck with these, and he's been doing it with RO water, so I went ahead and did a big change and put RO water in there. In here, I don't know if you can see them kind of back in the back. Another tank that's not clean. I know you're like, Jason, you said you cleaned the tanks. I can't even see in this tank. These are some Austral killifish that I've had for a long time. I just haven't taken the time that I need to actually work on them. And so this is back to being the exciting part for me again, is seeing all of these trays right here that I've got eggs in. All sorts of rainbow fish that are producing like crazy already. This is one of the things that I absolutely love to do, and when I stopped doing it for a while, it was actually pretty painful. So it's exciting to come back here in this corner and to see all these eggs again, and the excitement of coming out here daily and checking them and pulling out the fry that are in them. In this tank, these are a bunch of rainbow fish that I used to breed that I finally just kind of put them all together. A few of them were ones that I lost their mate. Like there's a Parkinsoni in there with that bright orange tail, but there's no female to go with it. There's a McCullough, I think that's what that one was called, and I've got no male to go with that. So that's kind of become my rainbow fish stray tank. And then you guys will recognize down here the tray system again. If you remember before, I had trays in this tank, and that tank up there. And I got it just down to this one, but I can pretty much guarantee you these are already full. So I'll be transferring these back into grow out tanks again. And again, you'll see a bunch of tiny rainbows in there. There's some turquoise, there's some yellows, and there's some Goiter River rainbow fish also. Alright, so there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you hear the excitement back in my voice again. I'm ready to get back out on the road. I'm ready to go out to film some fish rooms. I'm ready to go out to film some fish stores tours also, as I feel like my chains have been broken. And I am excited to get back out there again. So you guys got any questions or comments, be sure and leave them down below. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.